double check the stream. QuaranStream.
Yeah.
QuaranStream 2020. Here we go. Welcome back.
That virus.
Yeah. This is how we do our social distancing. Before you even showed up.
Right? Setting trends.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the Idiots with Mike stream. QuaranStream 2020. I am the man of 1,004 streams. Oh man. This might as well be the last podcast on the left at this point.
It's a lot of pressure.
Oh yeah. My
Give
co-host.
Faith.
We all know
Hookers.
we all know Faith. Excited to have her back. Excited to have her here. Oh, I should probably not have my OBS just on the stream.
I'm gonna tell you how to live your life.
I'm a pretty good podcaster. I'm not a great streamer yet. I need to have a... And even that's debatable, you know.
Just keep doing you.
Well, that's what we've been doing for years, and haven't changed yet. So, happy quarantine day. Happy St. Patty's Day. Watching the stream, I got my my dope drink up fuckers hat on.
I'm pretty close to crafting a tinfoil hat. I think that's where I'm at.
Ooh, tinfoil mask. That could be fun. You could
do a whole Professor Chaos thing. I don't know.
I was thinking more like Super Shredder.
Ooh, Ocean Man?
Ocean Man. I'm Ocean Man. So, backstory to that one. I was working at a convention, and one of my favorite things to do at conventions is mess with people. So, I see this kid walking around. It looks like he's in a janky Shredder costume.
Oh, he was in a janky Shredder costume.
So so he walks by. I'm like, hey man, that's a dope Shredder costume. He's like, I'm Ocean Master. Who? He's an Aquaman villain. He walks away just defeated. So to all my con friends there and the other booths, I was like, hey, if you see this kid walking around, tell him he has a great Shredder costume. And by the end of the day, he was just crushed.
Makes your candle shine brighter than snuffing out someone else's.
And he wasn't like a young kid, you know. It wasn't like an 8-year-old. I'm not just going around belittling children. He was
would not judge you one bit for bullying children. Sometimes they need that.
Oh. So today's loose topic of discussion, we've decided, is going to be the quarantine. COVID.
Hey!
I know, right?
Speaking of conventions, they have been thoroughly fucked.
Yeah, and that's been my big change. So, yeah. Losing out on a good amount of money right now, which is a bit of a bummer. You know, I usually just stay in my house anyway. I'm just doing that more now.
Right.
So, yeah.
How's the rest of the industry? Like, I know at the comic book store, you guys do a lot of... Are people still showing up? Are you still hosting things?
We've canceled all of our group play.
Okay.
So, as far as like, you know, Monday Night Magic, Modern, stuff like that, that's no longer happening. And that's been our biggest thing. But we're not going to like completely shut down unless they make us. So.
Are people still coming in? Or
yeah, I mean,
are sales figures being okay?
This is our first week actually doing it, so we'll see how it affects us in the long term. But we've been steady, and you know, everything's going fine so far.
That's good to hear.
Yeah. Now more than ever, people need that outlet of opening up magic cards.
So true.
Oh, I gotta relax.
Should go on a t-shirt.
I'm sitting on my shoulder, and it looks like I just got a hunchback. Oh. Fix that a little bit. All right.
Not that there's anything wrong with being a hunchback.
No, I'm not. No hunch shaming here. That's if you
Understand that they're full of good luck if you rub them.
There's like
Some sort of shine.
I think that's a myth started by hunchbacks, because if you rub a hunchback, you get his hunchback and he loses it.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, it's a real
Damn
trick.
those hunchbacks.
Hunchback conspiracy. Heard it right here first.
We'll talk. Get to the bottom of the real issues.
Forget about COVID.
And those
Start worrying
sneaky
about hunchbacks. No, nothing against hunchbacks.
You know what? I work in a grocery store, and it has been like the end of days for at least 4 days now.
That's
people just buying indiscriminately. A group of people who are just loading their carts up with perishable goods. I don't see anyone buying any canned things. And then there's another group who seem completely and blissfully unaware that anything is happening at all. And it's a wonder to me that the human race has survived as long as we have, frankly.
I mean, who knows how much longer?
Right? We really don't deserve to.
I mean, I saw the pictures of everything that was happening around everywhere. And I was like, well, that's got to be big cities and stuff, and it's not going to affect our sleepy little podunk upstate New York towns. And I went to the grocery store on Sunday, and oh man, just empty shelves, and I got like 2 cans of beans.
Well, that's a fine hobo meal.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ride the rails. Let's ride this out.
Right? Absolutely. Now you're talking.
No toilet paper, no bread.
Yeah,
just.
And I've been trying to find the logic to that. Why the toilet paper, the bread, the milk, there's no, people are literally just, I don't know, calling back to some sort of, snowstorm instincts? I don't know.
Yeah, it's...
I'm not sure what people are doing.
I don't fully get it. You know, it's, I mean, sure, it's a stressful time. I don't understand why these stores didn't already implement like a 2 big item per person thing. Are people just coming up with their with their young children like, hold these 2 things of toilet paper, you're going next. I'm not with her.
I need to wipe my own ass.
But if you need, a gross of toilet paper rolls, something's wrong with you, man.
No, there's definitely more pressing issues than the coronavirus that you should be concerned with personally, if that's what you need to survive.
Maybe it's like a...
Go ahead.
I'd say maybe it's like a... They think in the new Mad Max world, toilet paper will be the new currency.
I kind of love that. People building armor out of the old toilet paper tubes. Shoulder pads and shit.
Oh, man, I want to do that just because now.
Right? There's a sweet little quarantine activity.
There you go. Take all your used toilet paper rolls. Mummify yourself in a
on
couple
our
of
project.
them. You got a bunch of toilet paper sitting around. Just mummify yourself. Walk around, scare the neighborhood dogs.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe people think that if they dress up like a mummy, they can scare the virus away.
Yeah, there's no masks available, so I'll just wrap the toilet paper around my head a bunch of times, and I'll be safe.
It's like when you hide under a blanket and a serial killer can't kill you.
Oh yeah, that makes perfect sense to me.
It's the same logic.
Don't have your leg hanging.
No, there is no logic to it, and that.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
There it is, the logic.
Yep.
I'm tried nothing. I'm out of ideas.
Pretty much. But so a lot of other things have been postponed and canceled.
Yeah,
A lot of movie premieres, a lot of festivals,
theaters are down.
pretty much anything that could take our minds off the world ending.
And
So now we're all just left alone with our thoughts.
I think that's fine. I think we deserve that.
True, absolutely.
Did you see like the pictures coming out of I think Nashville? One of the big bars having a big music night, and there was like 10,000 people crammed in that little space. It's like you guys deserve it.
Right? Let's just cement that off and leave you in there. There's people hoarding just egregiously, but then there's people who aren't taking it seriously at all. So between the two, I think we're doomed. We're here in New York, where bars and restaurants, casinos, gyms, I guess what you would call non-essential things, are pretty much closed up, at least for a couple weeks, which I shouldn't need to be done, but people apparently can't be trusted.
I know in Saratoga, police have been patrolling to make sure that like places that should be shut down are shut down, and that restaurants that are still open are obeying like the occupancy laws.
Right.
I guess the Starbucks there took out all their tables and chairs. So basically, go in.
I've seen that pretty much across the board. Starbucks removing the chairs. Just get your shit and be on your way. Why would we be doing anything else right now? I don't understand. There aren't tests for it. There's no cure for it. So if you're vulnerable and you get it, you're probably going to die. But people aren't really thinking about that. I don't really know what they're thinking about. I don't understand. The experts have told us pretty much exactly what we need to do. And some people are hearing, buy all the toilet paper, and other people are hearing, I need to go to the bar.
Go party.
Right? That's the way to pass the time. But so one of the big things that has been altered is WrestleMania.
Huge. They've been
a tremendous deal.
They've been running the empty arena Raw and SmackDown like last week and yesterday, and man, it really makes you realize just what a soap opera that wrestling actually is.
Absolutely. I mean, they're having fun with it, and they're doing a good job.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Josh, my fiance, has said, it kind of pulls the curtain back a little and reveals a bit too much, which I agree with. I don't know how a show that big is gonna. I don't know how they're gonna be able to maintain it. Certainly not for the 7 hours of standard WrestleMania. They're gonna have to pull a lot of rabbits out of a lot of hats.
Yeah, just maybe get Kid Rock out there.
Just beat him mercilessly with bats.
Yeah, I mean, ideally.
All right, well, now I'm tuning in. I have to.
You want me to go out there and play ball with the ball for 18 minutes? Something like that.
It'll just be a cavalcade of all the absolute worst musical acts from WrestleMania, just back to back to back.
Oh,
and maybe they'll do a Rumble. That'll be a good time.
No. They all play at the same time. Completely different songs.
We all know what madness feels like. It'd be nice. Ideas. Get Vince on the phone.
And we summon Cthulhu. Great.
The person I saw suggested using the wrestlers who aren't involved, put them in the audience, so that there's some sort of crowd. And I thought that sounded like a really smart idea.
I can see that.
Yeah. It's weird. It's a weird vibe. It's wrong.
Would it be better?
Honestly, it's the most interesting thing about WrestleMania that I've heard so far.
Well, you're not hyped for that AJ versus Undertaker match to no pop. It wasn't gonna get a pop anyway, but now.
I mean, now I'm going to be compelled to watch because I want to see what happens. Oh. Whereas before, I was just like, whatever. There's that. Can cut out at least half an hour of the program simply by not checking the numbers. So that'll be nice.
Would it be better or worse if they pump in crowd noise just for ambiance?
I gotta say worse. I think that would just amplify the fact that there's no one there. That's why I like the idea.
Lost you there for a second.
Actually in the ring or doing whatever. If they were just around the ring. And
yeah, Performance Center is not huge.
Bizarre.
You can fill the hard camera up with wrestlers that aren't there. Even just use NXT guys.
Right. I think that's smart. Okay, which I like.
Do you think the Hall of Fame ceremony is going to be at like the Best Western Orlando?
I saw that was I don't know if it's postponed or if it's just been. All the events around WrestleMania in Tampa were canceled, so.
Yeah, I didn't even think. I was just thinking about the main show. I wasn't even thinking about like Access and the big WrestleMania weekend they always have.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's a whole freaking events here, there, and everywhere. It's an entire. Things that have just been
on the plus side, maybe
canceled
maybe they'll take this as an attempt to like really push WrestleMania as their big show now, or not WrestleMania, SummerSlam. Just go all out for SummerSlam now.
Right. Yeah. Well, hopefully.
Oh, excuse me.
And I'm very curious to see what they're actually able to do.
It should be interesting.
The weakness of the card, and also skeptical.
Let's take a look at.
And it's obviously that's going to have and that's a big payday for a lot of independent wrestlers in different events around WrestleMania. So that I feel for them right now because that's definitely a struggle.
Trying to see if there's like a card for WrestleMania 36 now.
Let's look for hot garbage.
Oh, this is just a video of a dude farting.
There you go. You found it. That's the one.
We got Brock versus Drew. Goldberg versus Roman. Right. I'm kind of into Cena versus The Fiend.
No, there is some good stuff, but there's also some, like, whatever.
The CBS evening.
CBS, go away. Sorry. You were saying?
Brock and Drew, that's going to be a good match. Rhea and Charlotte, that should be a good match. There's definitely some good stuff there, but it's most of it I just don't really care about.
Owens and Seth
Definitely don't want to see Goldberg wrestling anyone.
God, why would you?
Right.
Who cares, man?
Yeah, the NBA, they canceled their season. Baseball has been pushed back at least 2 weeks. So it's going to be dark days for entertainment. A lot of movies premieres. Let's see, James Bond, Fast and the Furious.
Get pushed back a
That
year.
that new one, F9, I think it's called.
Oh yeah. F9.
Yes, F9. Mulan. There were the production on the Matrix and the Matrix 4, whatever it is, and the Batman. That's been pushed back. Some TV shows too.
I was really looking forward to the Batman.
I hope this halt in production doesn't stop the momentum. I remember during the writer's strike, when things were halted and then they came back, a lot of them did not come back well. So I hope that that isn't the case for the things that are currently on hiatus.
From what I remember during the writer's strike, a lot of shows either continued for like a few episodes with the scabs and tried to like tie up the end of a season. I remember Heroes took a huge dip in quality.
Oh, that one stands out to me as just like a total 180 from being something I really enjoyed watching every week to being something very convoluted. It had a good continuity up until that writer's strike, and then they just shit all over that. Said, "Fuck this, we're doing something completely different."
Yeah, we're gonna flip it. We're gonna add like 3 new characters, and Siler's a good bad guy now, and Kristen Bell's here, so that's fun.
That was fun. Yeah, so I hope this interruption doesn't derail anything. Although I saw the New Mutants, that's been pushed back for a 4th time. That's one I've been really looking forward to.
I don't think that exists. I think it's just a fake trailer someone on YouTube made.
Might be right. I mean, we have very little evidence to the contrary, but
it's like they made the
let's
trailer.
Hope there aren't too many victims.
And when they go to play the movie, it's just like a film tin full of like paper clippings and mayonnaise. It's like oh no, we forgot to make the movie, guys. Oh, yeah, push back. No. When you're in school and you like try to email your homework to your teacher, but you like inspect the file and corrupt it, so it's like, oh, I sent it to you. I didn't know why I didn't get it. That's on you. That's on you. I made the whole movie. $100 million. Made it. Then Smoke Bomb. Never seen it.
Then we see a movie about the making of the movie, and the scam, and that becomes the movie.
Oh, Fire Festival 2, New Mutants?
Yes.
I'm in. I am
right?
in.
Damn right.
Oh.
There, a lot of things have been put on hold, canceled entirely. So what is it that you have been drawn to kill the time right now?
I'm doing the same thing I always do, honestly.
Like, what are some of the good shows, YouTube channels you might recommend to people who are not as comfortable being home?
All right. First thing I would do is get yourself a Hulu subscription.
Okay.
Hulu's just got so many shows, and we're not sponsored by Hulu, but you know, Hulu hit us up. And excuse me. So basically, you can watch current shows that are on their seasons leading up to it. They just got all the FX shows.
Nice.
Breeders is a new one that's darkly funny. It's Martin Freeman and a British lady raising 2 kids, and he's just a ball of rage. And it's
Relatable.
real fun. Like, he doesn't hate his kids, but he like can't handle them, so he like ends up telling them like, "It's like, you fucking kids, if you do not keep it down, you're gonna have to tell mommy when she gets home why daddy's not here anymore." It's, and then he like turns around and comes back and is like, "I'm so sorry, I did not mean to yell. I'm not leaving." He just doesn't know how to deal with his emotions correctly.
Right. That's very relatable.
The wife has me watching...
That hits a little too real.
Yeah. Wife has me watching New Girl, which I'm surprisingly enjoying. I've never been a fan of Zoe Deschanel. But I like that other guy. Nick.
Okay.
It's a fun enough show. They have at least 1 or 2 gags per episode that really crack me up.
Okay. That's pretty good for a sitcom now.
Yeah, and no laugh track, which
I like.
Always appreciate. That kills it for me. Like, I lost it last night. They're like the show opens up on 2 of the characters in an elevator talking. Elevator opens up. They're on the same floor because neither of them pressed the button. It's like, I thought you pressed the button. No, I didn't press the button. I thought you did. So the guy gets in the elevator. The 3 of them are talking, and it opens up again on the same floor. And it got me for some reason. It's a bit that I really enjoyed. It's starting to fall off a bit in season 3. I'm seeing the tropes everyone's falling into. And, what else is good?
Been rewatching Deadwood, because that's like a big old bowl of chicken noodle soup to me.
Oh, that's such a good show.
Just soothes my soul.
Yeah, I think that's next on my list. I'm gonna go back and do Firefly.
Right on.
I love Firefly.
Absolutely. Science fiction. Definitely binge-worthy.
Finally get through Westworld.
Ah, that just started up again, so there's something to kill a few hours with.
Oh, I'm still on season 1.
Better get through it, my friend.
Yeah.
Season 2, not as good as season 1, but I'm real excited for season 3.
I'm gonna finally watch Lost.
I got some bad news.
I mean, what's in that hatch, huh? Don't tell me. Not finished yet. You finally sit down and watch Avatar. I never saw it because I wanted to read the book first. I found out it's not a book first.
You had to write the book first.
Which is a joke I did steal from Parks and Rec.
Okay.
But I use it all the time whenever I'm out with, like, Tara and her friends.
Right. And
she hates it. It's like it's my icebreaker when meeting new people. And it annoys her to no end. And it just brings me so much joy in my life. Oh.
Certain satisfaction you can only get from getting under the skin of the person you love.
It's so weird. I wish there was a word for that.
There probably isn't another language.
What's the opposite of Schadenfreude? When I get joy out of cringing at me.
Yeah, we need to contact some Germans.
Have you seen that a lot of movie theaters, or not movie theaters, but movie production companies are looking at releasing their current stuff on streaming platforms now?
Yes, which I think is really, really smart and helpful and proactive.
I know Invisible Man is gonna be in there. Emma, which is supposed to be delightful. I really want to check that out.
Sure.
I forget what the third one is, and the new Trolls movie is gonna be straight to on demand.
Is really smart.
Yeah. And I guess today they talked about Disney is in talks with just putting the new Black Widow movie just on Disney Plus.
Oh.
Which I think would really boost subs for them and would give me a reason to actually watch Black Widow.
Good call.
Not that
this is really kind of unprecedented territory.
Yeah. Nothing's ever shut down. Like, at work the other day, my buddy Jesse was like singing "It's the End of the World as We Know It,"
Sure.
and it really is. I mean, the world's not going to be the same after this.
Right. Well, I've heard that too. I don't know though, because humanity's not great at learning lessons. I'm a little more skeptical.
And we'll see how businesses bounce back. We'll see. I mean, it's going to be businesses bouncing back. Stock market's just down. Entertainment industries are taking a big hit, which is surprising. Well, not necessarily entertainment, but, you know, airlines, cruise lines, travel, those are all destroyed. Gas prices are going to go down, and I'm going to fill my car up once, because I'm not going to be able to go anywhere.
Right.
I'm going to take a vacation over to my parents' house.
You go?
Just to do laundry.
What?
Yeah, well,
I still have to use a laundromat, and it terrifies me.
I love the laundromat.
You too, but I don't want to be mixed in with the public right now. I like being able to put 2 weeks worth of laundry in one machine. I love that.
Oh, I just realized not everyone else drinks at the laundromat. So,
but I will now.
you know, just don't get like crazy, you know, but get yourself like a soda bottle, you know, like a Sprite,
Sure.
and throw a little vodka on top, and go have yourself a delightful time.
Much applies to any situation.
How do you think Greg and I do Bad Movie Fridays?
Absolutely. I know damn well how you do those.
Yeah, I think I've even seen our videos knows too. Oh. Yeah, I mean, this is the first holiday that we've had where everything's pretty much shut down, you know?
Yeah. Well, yeah, even in Ireland, pubs have shut down, so I think that should be pretty telling to the rest of us. It's like their big day to shine.
So, do you think it's... Like, I've been worried about this for a while. Once the, you know, the Wuhan flu, like news first broke, I was like, oh, this is gonna be it. You know, I've been saying it for a while, not to be that guy. But everyone's like, no, it's just a flu, and it's not that big of a deal, and everyone was kind of downplaying it, and a lot of people still are. But now, do you think, like, is it more people still downplaying it, or is it more just people not caring?
I think it is definitely serious, and I think it could be pretty catastrophic if people don't the severity that it deserves, which is part of the problem. You know, like I said, the experts have told us pretty much exactly what we need to do, and it's up to us to do it. And it doesn't seem to be happening so well. So it could definitely very serious and very deadly thing to humanity.
It's just so wild.
It's wild. I mean, I've been looking forward to the apocalypse for a while now. I gotta say, it's not nearly as sexy as I thought it would be.
No, I wanted this to be like meteor or volcanoes or any of the fun with Transformers invading, something like that. But man, Outbreak is like my least favorite one of those movies.
Absolutely.
That one's the scary one, where I can't do anything about it.
Give me something I can hit with a bat.
Yeah. I can roll around town with my speakers blaring yodel music. You know? Watch an alien head explodes. I'd be down for that. But this is just like, well, wash your hands a ton and...
Oh, this is just a drag.
Yeah. And now that all I can do is sit in my house and do nothing, I want to go out and do something.
Right? My God, it's so true.
One of my buddies at work, his sister is in Costa Rica right now. She's not supposed to come back until like the beginning of April, and who knows how that's going to work out.
Ah, wow.
I was like, yeah, dude, congrats. Your sister's Costa Rican now.
Have to get married and settle down, start a whole new life.
Yeah. We can never go back to Arizona. Oh, boy.
Hear me? You hear me smiling?
That was our last bowl.
I don't know if it's the end of the world. I know that a lot of people I've encountered don't deserve to survive. Just based purely on how dumb they are. And how selfish and terrible. But I think humanity will come out of this hopefully a little wiser. I mean, we've had plagues before.
And we'll have
managed
plagues
to
again.
live. Yeah, so
Did you see
I
the...
guess...
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I
was going to say, did you see the...
go ahead.
The dude from Tennessee who had stockpiled 17,000 hand sanitizers? Like 17 grand in hand sanitizers or something?
And it was seized by the Attorney General?
No, the Attorney General was going in, like, they were going to start a case against them, probably for racketeering.
Ooh.
So instead he donated all of it. Oh, that's the best ending to that story.
All right. Yeah, don't be a douche. And to prey on the needy. Some supervillain shit right there.
Not even. Supervillains are smarter than that. That's just base villain. That's when the guy who was dressed as Batman in Batman The Dark Knight, he's like, I'm not wearing hockey pads. That guy comes into your house and breaks your kneecaps with a baseball bat.
He's probably suited to the job.
Stop being a jerk with the hand sanitizer. Whack.
I mean, for real, though. Keep bad guys right.
Hey, he's not the hero we need. He's definitely the hero we deserve right now. I'll get my camera off of my
Gone bananas.
Nope, that's just my shirt. There we go. That's it. Oh. Yeah, just, man, I don't even know what to say about the rest of it. It's just so mind-boggling to me that we let it get this far. That everyone was just so aloof about it, and the switch flipped so fast.
I'm sure a lot of people are in denial, but they're also not being super forthright with the facts. Oh, it feels like it's just pretty par for the course as far as the system goes.
And not to mention, in this day and age, we live with so much misinformation.
Absolutely.
Everyone on the internet has their own hot take, and everyone's a scientist all of a sudden.
Which is weird, right?
It's like, dude, I saw you last week. You were talking to e-girls, asking them to see pictures of their buttholes. You're not a doctor. Okay?
That's a very doctorly thing to do, Ty. To keep your butthole very healthy in these dark times. What toilet paper's for?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a toilet paper estimate. Oh boy. Oh jeez.
I'll check in with my crow guy.
Oh man, that crow guy works for Charmin right now, and he's just making bank.
I mean, that guy, he is versatile.
He's got a
He knows
plan.
when to strike.
He's got a business plan. I appreciate that.
Right?
So, like, do you have any YouTube channels you watch to recommend?
I've just been listening to the last podcast on the left. Like, if I keep listening to it, I'm gonna win something.
It's so good.
So good. And every time I listen to an episode over again, I catch something that I didn't catch the first time around. It definitely has re-listenability. Not doing that, I'm listening to Carl Pilkington do anything. Because he's always entertaining. He can't not be.
Yeah, now that they got those videos and stuff for you, I should probably watch some of them, huh?
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about that. Now that's supposed to be his solo series, Sick of It, isn't supposed to be like gut-bustingly funny, but I don't know if he has a real true gauge about how funny he is. So I'm hoping that it's just more Carl being Carl.
I prefer like the dry, just
Absolutely
dry humor to like the wackiness, like hilarity. That'll be something that'll make me laugh straight, like chuckle for 30 minutes, then laugh out loud for 10. Over the same amount of time, you know. The Community's always been one of my favorite shows. And yes, it does have his laugh out loud episodes, but it's always just, it's so punchy and good. Writing's where it's all about for me.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, just... Yeah,
Video games?
Doom Eternal comes out this week,
Okay.
which I'm not able to pick up because all my cons were canceled.
Oh.
And who knows how much work is going to go, so I'm trying not to spend too much money. But I've only got a backlog of like 600 Steam games, so...
Well, that's why you need that OnlyFans.
What I'm going to start doing is during the day, just sitting down and going just A to Z on my Steam list, playing every game until I either finish it or just don't want to do it anymore.
Alright. You should definitely stream that.
Well, I'm going to.
Perfect. There's some entertainment.
Oh, hopefully for somebody.
Yeah.
Oh. So we have a part 2 to this show. I feel like we're winding down here right now.
Well, yeah. I don't know if there is a part 2. I feel like the world is unraveling. It's very scary to see how thin the construct of society really is. Oh, man.
I guess the main takeaway is don't be a dick.
Try really hard not to be a dick. Don't be an idiot either.
Yeah, like you take it a little bit seriously at least. You know, don't be aloof about your life. Just hey, maybe put back
Panic.
2 of those, you know, giant things of toilet paper you've got. You know, leave them for someone else.
Yeah, don't panic, but do take it seriously.
I did see one great piece of advice when you're shopping. If you see on the tag the WIC logo, which is for like food stamps, stuff like that, try to get something else because those are not transferable. So leave some stuff for people who really need it.
Good call. Good call. Absolutely.
That's just
Only people with small children. We used to have WIC supplements for foster care kids. There are definitely people who need things. If you can get something else, definitely try to think about what other people might have to do without.
Trent, you don't need all that baby formula. Bro, who knows? Maybe this COVID turns you into a baby. I don't know. Fucking Trent. He is the worst.
Oh. Delightful.
So anything else going on?
Oh man, because I'm working at a damn grocery store, killing myself.
You're my hero.
No, I'm licking things randomly and giggling to myself as people pick them up.
Faith, you are my Oprah.
And you're getting a disease, and you're getting a disease. Spread it around.
Last week we did go out and see Mr. Ben Kissel.
It was so much fun.
We saw his film where he runs for, what was it?
He's been in Brooklyn.
Yes, it was a Brooklyn comptroller position or something like that.
Like that.
And
yeah, hail yourselves, America.
Hail yourselves. It was a delight to watch. And
he was a delight in person.
And he had the most gorgeous velour tracksuit.
I mean, I know he's talked about that on the podcast before, but really seeing it in person, it was a thing to behold. And I'm absolutely already shopping for my own velour tracksuit.
Absolutely.
And I want us to wear a matching set the next con we work.
Absolutely, yes. I'll talk to Mike, see if we can get those commissioned.
Comfort country.
Official.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Official Cooper's Cave velour tracksuits. I always thought we were the best dressed people at conventions. Now I know we will be.
Damn right. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. And honestly, I felt a very, very good, warm, fuzzy feeling. He seems like a really good dude that just wants to have a positive impact in his community. And the whole point of the film was just kind of encouraging everyone to take that sort of attitude. Nice.
Yeah, it kind of echoes what I was just thinking. Like take some things seriously. Don't go crazy. And, have fun with it.
And think of others.
Hail yourselves.
Amen.
Also, hail game.
It's fun. Well, you gotta hail game, yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna go back and listen to some of the best ones, like just the classic big heavy hitter episodes.
Oh, so good.
Those ones always get me.
Really?
I think I left off on part 3 of JFK.
Okay. All right.
It's
and the next episode is just like some conspiracy, nutty kookiness. That's good stuff.
Love it. So yeah, check out last podcast on the left. I mean, of course, if you're listening to this, you should check out the WCWTF podcast. Find us on indieswithmikes.com or wherever you get your podcasts. We're gonna get you on there at some point.
I'm down. I got hot wrestling takes.
Oh yeah. We record Tuesday nights, so. And it usually takes like 3 or 4 hours.
Don't challenge me. I will show up. I will be pounding on someone's door. Man! I'll just be shouting about wrestling on your lawn.
That's how we record.
Oh, good. All right. We're halfway there.
Yeah, we basically just, set up the recording equipment, throw the mics on the lawn, and then just yell at each other. It's tricks of the trade,
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Maybe giving away too much. Alright, so it's been about an hour. Do you want to wrap it up, or take a quick break and then pivot to something else, or what are you feeling?
I don't know. Do we have other things to talk about?
I'm sure I can think about something in the time it takes me to refill my wine and use the restroom.
I got nowhere to be.
Alright, let's I'll put on a little background. I'm not going to bother with that. I'm just going to put on a little title that says text. Oh, not that one. I want new text. New text, damn it. Like I said, not great at...
I feel like it's a learning experience, and we're getting there.
is hard. How do you do it? Back in 5 minutes. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah. Ooh, what font do we have? Yeah. Kandara looks pretty classy. Background color. Yeah, okay. That didn't work at all, and it looks garbage, so... Alright, we'll be back in 5 minutes. I'm getting great at this! I didn't mean to leave that up. Oops. I am back when you are. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, 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 bow. That's my I'm back song. My library just ripped. So let's see what's going on in WrestleMania this year. We got Brock versus Drew. That'll be fine.
No, yeah, it's gonna be good.
Oh, you are back. Great. I was just killing time until you came
yeah,
back.
Right.
So I have a.
It's back in time to hear your song.
Oh, good. Not that one. Oh, 35 minutes. All right. So I have a topic of conversation for us. And
Lay it on me.
all right, it's a bit of a strange one. It's your childhood trauma through media. Like, what movie or TV show or comic book or picture book you read really stuck with you when you were growing up? That still continues to kind of haunt you to this day. Like, you won't go back and rewatch it, or it cringes to make you watch it. Like, Greg won't watch most of, like, the non-Muppet Jim Henson movies. Like, Labyrinth, he will not watch.
Okay.
Do you have anything like that?
That doesn't surprise me. Dirty things, and that's kind of got like a dirty underbelly thing going on.
Yeah, it's actually the monsters in there just creep him out too much.
They were very creepy.
Yeah.
When I want to say 5 or 6, one of my cousins put on The Wall. I was definitely too young to be watching it, and I was basically raised by the television, so I wasn't going to turn away. It's the one scene where the kids are all walking into the meat grinder.
Ooh, yeah.
And that horrified the fuck out of me and haunted my dreams. And then when I was a teenager, I saw the first Hellraiser, and I won't watch any more Hellraisers after that. After that scene where he's got no skin, and she's like touching on him, like, yeah, this is super sexy. Like, no, he's got no skin. It's fucking disgusting. What's wrong with you? These two stick out to me.
Those are good ones. Hellraiser is definitely intense for the younger audience, and to this day, it's still pretty intense, especially the OGs. You know, obviously,
For sure.
You know, if you're a connoisseur of horror like I am, you know, it doesn't bother you as much.
Well, you're a little more desensitized, I feel.
I think I was born desensitized. Like, I remember watching The Terminator when I was like 8. My big one, and this is gonna sound really dumb because I'll sit through like almost anything, but there was this B horror movie called Dr. Giggles.
Oh, yes.
And man, I watched it recently, and it's real goofy. But something about it.
Things hit different when you're a kid.
Yeah. And then I went.
You know full well I was horrified by Michael Myers well into my 20s, for no good reason.
Yo, Michael Myers is an imposing figure.
But it just. He is, and he's meant to be scary, but I'm a grown woman of rational thought. And Dr. Giggles, the guy himself, is very creepy, just on his own. Very Richard Drake.
You know, I'm gonna try this. We've never actually done this before. Give me one sec. Where? Can you hear me now? You're still in here. Whoop. Oh, wait. You're right back. Technical difficulties. Ah, well. Yeah, now it. That didn't work. I should have set up beforehand.
You wacky goofball.
I was trying to get us in just like a private call so I can. Oh wait, can I just? No, I can't do it there. So I can share my my screen with you, so you can actually see what I'm looking at. But if you want to pop like Twitch up on your screen, just twitch.tv/idiots with mics. You can see what I'm looking at. You can see my pretty face, and you can see all the amazing things I'm doing when I'm clicking around at the computer, looking like a complete. Ugh. But yeah, Dr. Gibbs was something that really creeped me out, and I remember, like, specifically, like, needing to remember that he dies at the end of the movie. So I think I watched it right around Halloween when I was a kid.
Okay.
Probably even on TV or something stupid. It's like TBS is showing of Dr. Giggles, edited for TV. Oh. And then later in my life I had to have surgery, and it took the oh man, the anesthesiologist like 8 times to find my vein.
Ooh.
She was like, hold on, wait, stab. Wait, stab. Wait, stab.
For a first day?
What are you, hourly? Remember the gas was starting to hit, and I just remember like, ow. And then I woke up just sobbing.
It's one of those work vacations.
And
She wasn't qualified for that.
Yeah. She just stayed a Holiday Inn last night.
Yes. Precisely.
I never had problems with needles before that, but after that, I can barely do them.
That's very traumatic.
When I first had my kidney stones, my first kidney stones ever, we went to the doctor. And I'm like, I got so much pain, I'm gonna pass out, and they're like I'm gonna throw up. And they're like, okay, go in here, we're just gonna put an IV in you. And she pulls out the needle. I was like, no, I'm good. I'm just gonna go home. And Tara's like, no, you just get the IV. Just it'll be fine. I really don't want to. I'll be okay. I remember the sheer panic running through my head as this is happening. And now I've had so many IVs, it doesn't even bother me anymore. Oh.
Ow.
Drink water, kids.
For sure.
So that wasn't media, but I guess it's all kind of linked. Like, oh, I still hate going to the doctors.
I don't know if anyone likes going to the doctor.
I just think about the Nathan Explosion going to the dentist.
Yes.
I'd rather just sit in a sauna, cut myself, and drink bleach. Oh, brutal. Oh. So, does anything in media bother you as far as the? I don't mean like stuff that's obviously intentionally supposed to be bothersome, like, you know, when obviously the R word is something that's very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's supposed to be uncomfortable.
Triggering?
Yeah. But like body horror is something that really gets me.
Yeah.
When
Porn?
what?
Torture porn? I get like Eli Roth shit.
Oh, that's the second half of my story. When we saw Saw 2 and the chick is thrown into the pit of needles, I almost passed out in my seat.
Oh. Yikes.
Yeah, like Taylor looked over at me and then like blood was drained from my face and I was just like, "Oh god. Oh no, tell me when it's over."
Oh.
Yeah,
That runs deep.
I don't do needles. I cannot. Torture porn.
Have anything like that?
Torture porn did bother me, but I just have seen too much of it. It's like you can only watch so many Hostel movies before it's like, yeah, okay, click.
Right.
And maybe it's
That's
because
why I say I think you're just more desensitized than I am.
I think the way it's presented nowadays too. You know, if you watch the original Hostel, where everything's dark and dingy compared to something like Hostel 3 when they're in like Vegas and it's more supposed to be campy. It's like you take all the real emotions out of it in favor of camp because that's what, you know, drunk college kids want to watch.
Okay.
So that have you ever seen Old Boy?
Familiar with it, but I've never seen it.
Amazing Korean film. It's all about revenge and loss, and it's a very amazing film, but it's also very uncomfortable. There's a scene where he takes out a dude's teeth with a hammer, but not like smashing them. He pries them out with the nail end of it, and it's uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie.
I only like pretend violence.
Well, it is pretend. You know, it doesn't actually do it.
Sure.
But it's definitely played. It's not played up for laughs. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna
Right,
cut off a
yeah.
piece of your skin that looks like a jigsaw puzzle, and then I'm gonna put you in a bear trap on your face.
Yeah, I guess I like Tex Avery violence.
When holes bother me, don't like holes.
It's actually a thing.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it's called, but that is a condition.
I don't want to Google it because I'm afraid it's gonna bring up pictures of it.
Sure. Let me see if I can find it.
It's like trypophobia or something like that. Tryptophan? Tryptophan? Chim cham.
It's a big old turkey dinner.
Chimjars. No, it's not. It's never chim cham.
You were pretty close. Trypophobia.
Yep. I do not like that. Do not like it. When something has too much of something that it's supposed to like an excessive amount, like if something has too many eyes.
Okay.
But it has,
That's a good one.
I guess we're just back into more body horror, you know, like
Sure.
The Fly is an amazing movie.
Well,
But ooh,
okay.
but man,
But gross, yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to watch.
Both gross. But going back to your too many of something. For a long time, I was real freaked out by zombie movies because of the overwhelming numbers, and I thought they did a really good job of that in Dawn of the Dead remake.
Yeah.
Creating like the first 5 minutes where they created that atmosphere, it horrified me to the point where I would literally get up early before work, turn on the TV, and make sure that there was no sort of global zombie apocalypse. really doesn't affect me now, but I get
Bro,
the overwhelming number of things.
You don't know how this COVID's gonna turn out, bro. You don't know. Trent, shut up. He's my roommate, Trent. He's a bit of an asshole. He bought all his baby formula just in case the zombie apocalypse happens. Then he turns him into a baby. I don't know.
There's a lot of nutrition in there.
Yeah, zombie movies. I remember the last horror movie that actually scared me.
That might have been the one for me.
Even growing up, I always knew these were all fake.
Sure.
You know, my parents always hammered that in my head. It's like, this is fiction, this is fake, none of it's real. So
reality isn't real.
Yeah. What even is that?
It's all an illusion, Ty.
I know we're in the Matrix. I just want to taste that steak. That steak. I'll be the Joey Pants.
Your parents were so progressive.
Yeah. Progressive. But even recent stuff, you know, I haven't seen the Vivitch or the Witch, however you would say it. That's
a good one.
It's supposed to be good. But I can't imagine like something that I could watch right now that would stick in my head and make me lose sleep more than my own personal thoughts do.
Your thoughts are tough to top.
It gets dark in here. Then, you know, my sleep paralysis demon. He's always around the corner. He helps.
Sure. Right.
He's like, bro, it's okay. It was just a movie. Go to sleep. Oh. So what's your favorite? What's your favorite movie of all time?
Oh, it's probably either This Is Spinal Tap.
Oh, that's a great one. I've not seen that in a while.
Or Monty Python and the Holy Grail. My gauge for that is that I can put either of those movies on at any time and enjoy it.
I can't go by that metric.
Okay.
Because there are a lot of movies...
You know what, I'm not here...
There are a lot of movies that, like, if it's on, I will just watch it and enjoy it. Movies that are not the best movie or my favorite movie. Dude, Where's My Car? If that's on, I'll sit there and watch it.
I cannot take that journey with you.
No, and no one should. I would never ask that of anybody. But that is a movie, when I first saw it, I thought this is just the absolute worst. And then I caught it on like HBO or something when it came to cable. I was like, alright, you know what? I get this.
You get that you like to punish yourself over and over again for no reason.
It's just stupid. And there's and it hits my criteria where there's like every, you know, so often there's a joke that just really gets me. Like Hal Sparks running around wearing bubble wrap outfits, waiting for his cult leader to show up. Zoltan. I don't know why. That's just something that gets me. Yeah. And that's why I don't know math. I remember things like Hal Sparks was in.
Nudged math right out of your head. It's real unfortunate.
Yeah.
So what would your favorite movie be?
Oh, man. Favorite movie is probably a three-way tie. Between Back to the Future, Ghostbusters, or Evil Dead 2.
Okay, that's a good strong list.
And I think Evil Dead 2 wins, if I'm being honest.
Okay. Sure.
I've seen Evil Dead 2 so much. Me and my best friend Scott, we were in. Sorry, Greg, if you're listening. You know, Scott and I go way back. He already turned off the stream once he heard that. We would get whenever there was a new edition of it. I owned Evil Dead 2 on DVD, at least 6 different versions. I've got the Necronomicon version. I've got the director's cut, the Supreme director's cut, the director's cut bootleg that I got at Newberry's Comics in New York City. Oh man! And whenever we get it, we would watch it with everything. We would watch the movie, director's cut with commentary, director's cut with alternate commentary.
Hi.
Oh. I just think it's one of those perfect meshes of like, it's like I want to say it's maybe the start of like the horror comedy genre, you know?
Okay, yeah, I think that's fair.
Let me give that a quick look. Evil Dead 2 came out 87. Nightmare on Elm Street 3. 87, same year. 87 was just that year. Oh, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the OG. That one I find a little bit hard to watch. I love it, but it's hard to watch.
I'll say the first time I watched it, I didn't get it, but when I sat with it for a while and it rattled around in my noodle, the more and more disturbed I got.
And that's that dirty grossness too. Everything's just ugh. And then they went with like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. Was that one the one with McConaughey?
Bing.
Next Generation. 95.
Wow.
We were still doing Texas Chainsaws in 95, huh?
Quite a judge.
Do you watch any of the Rob Zombie movies?
I've seen bits and pieces, but they seem a bit intense for me.
They are.
Campy. I like my horror bad.
Yeah, there is no camp there. That's, you know, those, I mean, I'm not going to say they frightened me, but they definitely stuck with me.
Right.
And his OGs, his original stuff is real, they're all just homages. You know, House of a Thousand Corpses is obviously like an homage to Texas Chainsaw before, you know, the new Texas Chainsaw came out. Who did that, anyway? Was that him, or was that Michael Bay? Which I'm fine with. I wish Michael Bay did more horror reboots than Transformers. I loved his Friday the 13th reboot. I think that one's great. Little bit of a fast-paced, you know, like they jump basically through like 1, 2, and 3 all in one movie. But I think it's good.
Michael Bay, of course it's going to be fast.
Yeah. Is there a way we can make it so Jason explodes in the end? What if the machete just explodes a person?
Don't see why not.
Freddy versus Megatron. Let's just do that.
I mean, I do want to see that.
Man, yeah, that's all I want to do now. Damn it. I've cursed myself with a movie I can never see.
Right?
Oh. The Leatherface I always found to be compelling. Michael Myers, great villain.
Sure.
Freddy, Freddy I liked more when I was younger,
Okay. I can see that.
and now that I've grown up a little bit, I prefer Jason.
Okay.
Because I don't want someone just like bebopping and scatting at me when he's fucking murdering me.
I love it. I can't get enough Freddy. I love that he's having fun with it.
I do too, but like I can make better puns than you, dude. Come on. And I thought the remake was actually really good.
I really enjoyed the remake. I was disappointed that it wasn't more well received because I thought it was really. It went a lot darker and a lot creepier.
I hate to keep on bringing up Brad Jones because I feel like we do this every time we talk now. But like when he did his review of the remake was like, it's like, this is too much like the original. I want something different. And then he goes on to being like, Spooky's like, this is too much like the original. I want to be campy again.
Really?
Yeah, he was basically doing like the angry fanboy thing where it's like,
like I can't be pleased.
Yeah, I think that was the thing. Like people who wanted, there are less people who wanted Freddy to be like actually scary again, and more of him like moonwalking and playing a Nintendo Switch, and his murder victims are the Smash Brothers. I don't know. But man, I thought Haley Joel Osment, yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god, that would be amazing!
Another movie I could never see.
Right?
Jackie Earle Haley did an amazing job.
It's great. Very creepy.
And the switch from making him just a child murderer into a complete pederast. I appreciate him getting burned
so much
now.
scarier.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Totally. That movie a lot.
The new Halloweens have been pretty decent. I enjoyed those. Both the Rob Zombie remakes and the last one that just came out. Fine movies.
Because of my fear of Michael Myers, after the first one, I was never able to get on board with any of the sequels or remakes or anything.
Oh, watch Season of the Witch.
That's the one with the masks?
Yes. He's not in it. And
okay.
It's campy and just...
And it has nothing to do with anything?
Yeah. And it's actually surprisingly good, I think. I think it's underrated, because everybody wanted, where's Michael? We want Michael. It's like, no, just enjoy a fun horror movie. This is what Halloween was supposed to be. Until they hitch their wagon to that talentless hack, Michael Myers. Look at me, I'm... Oh, donkey. Wait, no, sorry. Different Michael Myers.
Michael Myers and I follow each other on Twitter now, so I think I've come to peace with it.
The murderer or the slasher?
The murderer. Yeah, the murderer.
Because I saw The Love Guru, and I'd rather it be the murderer.
It's definitely the murderer. He still has some good years left in him.
Yeah. I was in that Tarantino movie.
Totally forgot about that. That was so bizarre. It totally took me out of the movie.
It's like he got, it's like Nick Cage gave advice. He was like, just do whatever movie comes your way.
Right?
And then you see Jim Carrey making bank with the Grinch. It's like, I gotta get this Cat in the Hat thing. And then that was just the start of the end.
Ah, good call.
Take your career harder, buddy. You were the chosen one.
Back to favorite movies, I think Evil Dead 2, that's a great pick. Obviously, Bruce Campbell, very underrated.
A few years
Stands
back,
tall in the horror lexicon.
A few years back, there was for April Fool's Day, there was a Doctor Who America teaser with him as the Doctor, and that's all I wanted.
Fantastic.
I want that so hard, especially now that Doctor Who's so bad.
Yeah. You wind up watching the Ash versus the Evil Dead.
I have to finish it, but what I've seen, I adore. I like.
I'm really sad that they ended it because I feel like they could have done a lot more with it.
I think it's fine to end things when they're hot, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like just have Ash come out and be like groovy, and then Goldberg spears him, and then Goldberg's the new Ash.
Oh,
Goldberg versus the Evil Dead.
God damn it, Ty.
All right, truth time. I have been working for the WWE for the last 6 months.
Oh, so you're trying to take it down from the inside. Okay.
Professional ruiner is what they call me. Oh,
Keep doing you.
I'm gonna. Yeah, just Evil Dead's, I think, just classic. But man, there was a time when I was in high school where I did not go a week without watching Monty Python: The Holy Grail.
Right?
Man, Holy Grail is...
It's still so funny.
It might be literally a Holy Grail.
Amen.
It just hits on every cylinder of comedy. Brave Sir Robin bravely ran away. Coconuts. Oh.
Every scene, it's just a little gem.
Oh, so good. So good.
And this is Spinal Tap is another one. Like I'm not normally a comedy person at this point, but those two still hold up so hard.
I think comedies, I think, are the most rewatchable genre.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Action movies, once you've seen them, it's like, oh, here comes the explosion again. I mean, I guess, like, some of the superhero movies, like Spider-Man, actually, the original Spider-Man might be up there, with Tobey Maguire.
Okay.
Not my favorite movie, but definitely one I've seen the most.
Okay.
I don't know if I brought this up on stream before. The first movie I saw multiple times in theaters was Batman Forever.
Okay.
Because the theater was in biking distance, and it was PG-13, and Batman was awesome. And I love Jim Carrey, so this is perfect.
Sure.
I think I saw it 3 times in theaters.
Oh.
Maybe 5. I saw Spider-Man in theaters maybe 12 times. I was like...
Oh!
I was like Titanic fangirling Spider-Man. It was... Oh, but I love that movie. And once again, Sam Raimi. But, man, it was the first Spider-Man foray, and he does it so well, and I thought Tobey Maguire was fine. And, just the camp and the wonderfulness, and really embracing the comic book genre, which I think comic book movies nowadays miss. Did I lose you? I think the fact that I saw Spider-Man in theater so many times, we may have lost faith. Oh, there you are. You're back. I thought the revelation of me seeing Spider-Man that many times in theaters may have just destroyed your computer.
The whole thing just exploded. It was crazy. I don't blame you. That's a good flick. And yeah, like you said, it was the first foray into Spider-Man on the big screen. So that was a big deal.
Oh, yeah. And Sam Raimi, it's Spider-Man 2 objectively better in every way. Spider-Man 2 is a masterpiece. I will stand by that. Oh. Just the... Remembering sitting down in the theater, gearing up to watch Spider-Man.
Your dick in your hand.
Oh, that's new animated series. Spider-Man 2002 film. There we go. Yeah, I was just fresh out of high school. Not thinking about how old I am right now. Oh, God. Spider-Man can vote nowadays. Holy shit. 18 years. Did I lose you again?
Still here.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Do you have anything that you've seen multiple times in theaters, or even like what movie do you think you've seen the most?
It's probably a toss-up between Train Spotting, Jesus Christ Superstar,
Odd
and
choice.
Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. Yeah, it's a real mixed bag.
Yeah. You know what the weird
In
thing
high school,
is?
I used to put at least one of those on and fall asleep to it.
Want to hear something really weird?
Love to hear something weird.
Out of those three movies, the one I haven't seen is Train Spotting.
Really?
Yeah.
Little young Ewan McGregor, all fresh-faced.
I also still haven't seen the Godfather, and the reason
I haven't seen that either.
Same reasoning for both. I know they're good movies, and I'll just get around to seeing them at some point.
Okay.
So
During the quarantine.
it's like, yeah, they're good. I'll get around to them.
Sure, you gravitate much more easily to shitty movies.
Yeah, something's broken in my brain where I get much more enjoyment out of hating things than I do enjoying them.
I don't understand how to feel joy.
I don't even know if I do anymore. If I just... I don't know. We're getting a bit too deep for a 3:30 p.m. podcast. I'd say there's things I enjoy. I just enjoy not enjoying things. Like if I can get out of something bad and just tear it apart in a really fun way.
It is satisfying.
Like what's... Alright, so this year, okay. I would rather sit through Cats and then tear it apart with my friends than watch 1917 and enjoy it.
Sure.
And I guess that's just... Man, that's just me.
No, I definitely feel that.
And if Black Widow...
I have not seen...
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
If Black Widow comes
Black
to
Widow.
that's the only way I'm actually gonna probably sit down and watch it.
I really have no interest in seeing it.
We already know she's... I mean, spoiler alert, she's dead. So, like, why do the movie
Right.
now? Unless you're just going to introduce the next
Right.
Black Widow for your movie franchise and just replace her like you're doing with everybody else. And... I'm sure it's gonna be fine. I like ScarJo. I love her as Black Widow.
No, I do too.
But what's the story
I'm just
here?
pretty superheroed out right now.
Still haven't seen Aquaman.
Not missing anything.
Did you see the
At least they made him into a fully formed character, unlike whatever the hell kind of amalgamation he was in the Justice League.
I still
It
think
still wasn't good.
I still think Justice League is better than people give it credit for.
why you and Greg hate me.
Well, then again, maybe that's just me hate enjoying something. Or maybe my expectations are just so low. I don't know. Check out our past streams where we talk about the fall of DC.
One hits hard.
Yep. Oh, boy. I think for next time... Actually, Greg's going to join us next time, so I'll probably think of a better option.
Nice.
But next time I'd like to figure out how we can maybe play a game or something together. I've got the You Don't Know Jack games, so we can even get some viewers in playing with us, and you can just play on your phone and just watch the screen, stuff like that. So you don't need to, like... It's all very easy to play. You don't need anything special. So we will try that at some point, because we got this is day one. We're already like just rambling on about ridiculous
stuff. Yeah, it's tough
stuff.
when you don't have any entertainment to draw from.
Oh, we can always start one of our movie podcasts where we just watch movies together.
Sounds like fun.
Any final
thoughts? Especially considering you love to joy hate.
Yeah, you get really weird hate boners.
That's a great podcast name, Hate Boners. Love to be a hate boner.
The shirts just make themselves. Just an angry boner.
Make that right the fuck now.
Do you have any final thoughts before we wrap this up? I guess because I'm running out of steam, or at least things to chit chat about.
I would say just don't panic. Try to catch up on some quality entertainment. We named a few things that hopefully get up on your boo-boo. Don't be a dick, and don't be an idiot. And I think we'll all be fine.
I'm going to slightly agree with Faith. I'm going to say panic. Eat all your toilet paper. Wipe yourself
that's a good one.
Wipe yourself with your bread.
Just get real weird with it. The virus will never see it coming.
Smash your TVs. And lean over, like knock on your neighbor's door and then kiss them.
Really good deep mouth kiss.
Yeah, just really get deep in there. I want you cleaning their teeth with your tongue. Like check them for fillings.
Only good things can come from that.
Until next week, we should have Greg joining us, Killer Greg 17, as you all know,
hey.
Podcast co-host, and we'll be talking about who would win in a fight, me or Faith.
Ooh, good one.
Joke's on her. I am very weak for a man.
Doesn't that make the joke on Tara?
No, she knows. She already bought in. Like, she's...
True.
She's locked in. Unless she wants to lose half her shit, then we're locked in here. Until next time, thank you guys so much for joining us. Unless, yeah. I have been the man of 1004 streams, Tyrell PewDiePie. Find me on Twitter at 1004 names.
Faith, and Carly Pilkers on Twitter as well.
So thank you so much for joining us. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out the WCWTF podcast. TheseWithMikes.com for everything else we do. And we will catch you guys on the flip-flop time pants.